Moving all of your belongings to a new home can be emotionally draining.
And if you hire the wrong mover, it can also be financially draining.
Hi, I'm Arizona Attorney General Kris Mayes.
And I'm Joe Ducey with the Better Business Bureau.
We are here today to answer some of the top searched questions about moving scams.
Okay, what do we got here?
How do moving scams happen? Well, I think, Joe, moving scams happen when people are in high stress situations. We're all stressed out when we're moving, and these moving companies then take advantage of that stress. And they can be as smooth as a roll of packing tape and pull one over on us.
And true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think anybody who's moved knows how emotional it can be, and they can play on that. And maybe we don't take the time to actually check out a mover the way we should.
Right.
Because you got to be, fast. And so, yeah, I think that's a big reason that happens.
So check out your movers, make sure you know who you're hiring, and make sure you've got all those details fastened down before you hire somebody. All right, Joe, you want to take the next one?
No.
You're next.
How do moving scams work? Moving scams, I think, work because, well, one, I think that the people don't do their job and find the right movers, and two, that the movers themselves will give you a low estimate and will tell you that it's only going to cost maybe $2,000. And then when they get there and they see the stuff and it's the exact same amount, they could say, no, it's going to cost $4,000. So you're stuck.
And you're in a situation, most of us are when we're moving, where we've got like a timetable where we've got to get from one house to the next house. So it's easy sometimes it's easy for these movers to pull one over on us.
One of the big scams, I think, is when they load your stuff and then they put it on the truck. And then they say they're not going to deliver it until you pay them a certain amount of money. So you feel like you're trapped.
Right. If somebody is trying to do that to you, you don't have to put up with that. You can call 911. Someone cannot hold your belongings hostage and demand that you pay more than you were quoted. How do I spot a moving scam? You got any tips, Joe?
If you hire somebody and they don't want to see your stuff, and they give you an estimate really quickly, and it's a really low-ball estimate, I think that's a problem. I think you should have at least 3 estimates. So if you get one that's really low, I think that can be, that can be part of a scam, definitely.
And definitely, as we said, if somebody is holding your items hostage or saying they won't deliver the load, that's a hostage load. That's another sign that you're being scammed. And remember, you don't have to put up with that. You can call the authorities.
And I think another one is how they demand payment. I mean, if they want you to pay with cash or wire money or pay with a payment app, I would go with a credit card because that's the way that you can protect yourself later. Next one from the big questions are, how do I know if a mover is legitimate?
Check out their track record by going to your website.
Yeah.
And making sure that they've got good reviews, that they don't have any negative marks against them. A legit mover will, number one, not require you to pay them through gift cards or through untraceable means.
I think you need to ask your friends and relatives. That's a good way to for references. And then take some of the names you see and put them on an online search and put in the word fraud or scam or AG Mayes, because they go after movers sometimes, and you can pull up any of the actions that have been taken against that mover, so you can find out that way too.
Yeah, a little bit of research goes a long ways.
Yeah. All
right, so we got one more
Is that yours?
question. I think this is mine. And big reveal. How do I report a scam if I spot one? So one way you can report a moving scam is by going to our website, which is www.azag.gov/consumer, and you can report it there.
Like with most any situation, it's hard to get money back once it's gone. It's best to hire somebody in the beginning who's going to do the job right? So you can do that by looking for reviews at bbb.org. And I know that I know there's no licensing, I don't think, in Arizona for movers, but if they're interstate, there's federal licensing. So you could, if you want to go there, check that licensing with the Department of Transportation too.
Make sure you use either of our resources and websites and do lots of research before you hire a mover.
Hey, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.